and Jared Padalecki. What's up, California? How the heck are you? Hey, how about old Jeffrey Dean Morgan, huh?
How about John
My friend
Winchester? Can I do one of my favorite things? Does somebody have any control over the lighting and just a little bit of light out of the audience? Just a little bit of light out of the audience. Okay, there's a little, I think it's, maybe I'm imagining things.
No?
Maybe
Hang on, this horse.
There we are.
What's up back there? Hey, up here. Okay. Mr. Cool. There he goes.
So, welcome to the final Supernatural convention of 2015. By the time we see you next, you will have seen Richard Spate's Supernatural directorial debut. And you will have seen our mid-season finale, which is super exciting. But I think there are some people who work with us in the audience, so I can't give too much away. Just kidding. Can I get a show of hands? Who's first time? Welcome to our big, happy, crazy family. We got your back as long as you got ours. So, without further ado, gents,
You know I love a do. I'll just a do all day.
and I love a don't. Let's get this party started. You guys have been waiting. Hi. Yeah, that's a heck of a trek to that microphone, huh?
Hi.
Hi. You can move it around if you want.
Sorry, I'm kind of nervous. I just wanted to know, I know you've said before you don't like a lot of stage direction, and, but I was wondering with like major spoilers and reveals and things like that, do they tell you beforehand so you'll kind of know how to play them? Like I was thinking with John's secret to when he tells Dean on his deathbed, you know, that he might have to kill Sam, or when Sam was drinking Steven's blood. Is that something they kind of reveal to you and then you decide how to play, or they kind of tell you what they want to do?
Yeah, did you know that in the beginning of season 2, when John told Dean that if you couldn't cure me, you would kill me? Did they tell you that before? They didn't tell me. I didn't know until Dean told Sam, so I wasn't there. They never tell me anything.
You mean that was going to come back and play?
Yeah. Did they tell you what to react to? Because remember, John does this number in whispers.
Oh,
the audience didn't
right.
hear anything.
No, they did not tell me.
So you just, like, did they say, just look horrified, or, you know, look, I mean, it was played perfectly considering what the reveal was, and I was just wondering, like, do they kind of tell you, or you just, do they tell you how to look?
I think there was some direction of, you know, kind of giving ideas, like it's going to be something that you can't believe he would say to you.
Okay.
And then I just react accordingly. I'm generally not listening to anybody most of the time. So I just go into my kind of bag of tricks and pull something out and hope that works.
In fact, he didn't hear what you just said. He's just been talking.
No, yeah, that was something that they came up with later. So, and you know, they're pretty specific about planting those seeds. So for the most part, they do know where they're going or what the intentions of certain things are. But for me, I actually like to kind of stay in the dark about it as long as I can and be more like an audience member, because then I get excited about when I read the script. I'm like, oh, no way, that's playing off. So I prefer that as opposed to them telling me all the, spoiler alerts. I don't want to know.
Just a curiosity, Are any of our writers in the house? Is anybody out there currently writing for Supernatural? Sweet. No, I mean for the show. No, thank you. That's amazing. I just wanted to make sure we can talk badly about them. No, I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. I was just curious. I didn't know if they're going to show up. But we, amazing. Thank you. The only stage direction I don't like is when it says that somebody has to cry. Because then you feel like, I'm going to cry, but I don't want to. And sometimes my character, I've cried as Sam Winchester when it didn't say to cry, and then sometimes it's like Sam cries. And I'll be like, I don't feel like Sam would cry. If I cry, it's going to be faking it. So that's the only stage direction I don't like. But anyways, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I wanted to know what's the most emotional scene you guys have done in like all of the show? Like what, in your opinion, was the most emotional scene that you guys have done?
Jensen?
Most emotional?
Like that, like really got you going.
I think the Nutcracker scene made me cry.
And I was crying with laughter. There's a couple that kind of come to mind. You know, the one where Sam dies and talking over his dead
Which
body.
time Sam dies? More specific.
When he got stabbed in the back. And so that one was tough, and I remember telling the director at the time, and I was like, you know, I don't know how many of these takes I have in the gas tank, so if you could shoot as much of it in one pass as possible, that would help us all out. Because that one was tough. Also, the other one was, came to mind, I always forget the name of that episode, where Dean tells Sam about his experience of hell.
Heaven and Hell? That's right.
Is that it?
Yeah, because it's season 4.
I remember that was, for some reason, it just got really emotional. And sometimes it's interesting when you're doing scenes like that, because your brain knows that you're not, that this is not real, but you're telling your body that it is. And so your body is reacting accordingly, which is why it produces tears, and it can shake, and you can start getting sweaty, and you know, it just turns into a mess. And sometimes it's hard to turn that off once it's gotten to that emotional level. And I remember at the end of that scene, I had to take a walk and just walk it off. As my dad always told me, walk it off.
I think for me, I think there are two that I can remember. One was Heart, having to put down something.
I hated watching you go through that day, because Jared this was early, was that season 2? It was 1. It was 3.
1.5. 2.
2:17.
So he was still trying to figure. I mean, we weren't as close to the characters as we are now, and so being as close as we are now to the characters, there's an emotional attachment that you have to these characters. You're able to tap into a lot easier now than I think we did back in the first few seasons. And so I remember Jared, during that filming of that scene, he stayed in that heavy emotional state. And he was just like in the corner, just like Rocky, and I remember, I don't know, you tell him if you want to tell him what you were thinking about.
I think, so I have a dog. I have 2 dogs now, but at the time I had 2 dogs as well. But it reminded me, so the scene in Heart, I think you probably have all seen it, where I have to kill Madison. And it made me think about my dog, like having to put down a dog that doesn't know what it had done wrong. And so I kind of started thinking about my dog and how I would feel if I had to go shoot my dog, even though my dog didn't mean to do something. And it was a very sad scene. I sort of started thinking of my dog. But a lot of times in these scenes, like even in Sacrifice, I kind of stayed in it. My 2 big ones were probably Heart in season 2 and the season 8 finale with Mark Shepard, Sacrifice. And so I think, thank you. So those were both, they kind of kind of consumed me a little bit, and also as like I feel very lucky. For those who I haven't had the opportunity and pleasure to meet, and thanks, I feel very lucky to be able to play Sam Winchester in front of you guys. So thank you. And so some of these scenes that I feel really capture Sam and/or Jared and/or issues a lot of us have dealt with. I really try and give it the sincerity and gravitas that it deserves. So I think those two for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi. First of all, you are absolutely incredible and inspire us every day, both as Jensen and Jared and as Sam and Dean.
Thank you.
I'm sure this question has been asked before, but we know Sam and Dean's greatest fears. What are your greatest fears, and how would you, cope with them should you encounter them?
Apparently I'm scared of snakes. Because of the yellow fever snake that came over the thing. So
Yes, he is. And he will save himself.
So the scene in Yellow Fever where there's the snake coming over the sofa?
No, over me.
Over Jensen on the sofa. We're sitting
On me, on my shoulder, on me. Not you. This guy.
The way it was written was the snake's supposed to climb over Jensen, and Sam is supposed to be like looking at Dean going, he's scared. But when it started happening, Jared was like, nope, I'm out of here. I just totally like walked off. And I think I walked off and ended up in Video Village where the director and the producers and stuff sit and watch what's going
You
on.
walked off set. Like you left the set. It wasn't like you just went to the other side of the room. You left the set. Meanwhile, I have a 150-pound snake crawling down to my crotch.
Not the first time he's ever said that.
Jacket in here.
I ended up like in Video Village, and the director looked over. He's like, "What are you doing here? You're supposed to be like on camera." And I was like, "Nope." He's like, "All right." So, and bears, snakes and bears. That's me, Jensen.
Apparently, I'm not afraid of snakes. Although its head was the size of my fist, and it was like right here. And when you turn to see a snake's head that big, that far from your face, I guess I just froze. So there wasn't a whole lot of acting going on during that little take. Greatest fears. I don't know. I can't do better than that. That was.
What are you scared of?
What's that?
Twitter.
I think they said glitter, but I think I'm more afraid of Twitter than I am of glitter. Thanks. Somebody really gave you a nice laugh there. I don't know. Not to get too serious, but I think honestly, my greatest fear is not being able to get to my family if something happens.
You're awesome.
Thanks.
Come on.
It's okay.
It's all right. Take your time. Nobody's looking at you.
So it's a really weird question, but Jared, through the whole season, you kept changing your hair.
Which whole season?
Like first seasons, I just see that.
The whole show.
The whole show. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Mr. Consistent.
want to go from like skater boy to
Yeah, Jared, did you want to go from skater boy to fashionista?
As a matter of fact, yes, I did. I don't know. I think the fact that my hair changed so much is proof that I didn't think we were going to go 11 seasons. I haven't paid for a haircut in like 15 years. And so what usually happens is at the beginning of the season, my hair is a little bit longer because I haven't gotten it cut over the summer.
Oh, it's like embarrassingly long.
Yeah.
Like I call him Caitlin when
It's longer. But we like, so gradually it's long, and then there's an episode, like episode 3, we have to play FBI agents, and so they have to cut it. And then the winter comes, and so I get cold, so I want longer hair. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. That's why we're beanies all
been
the
over a decade.
It's another 3 decades.
sorry, Jensen, this is for you. What is your favorite? I don't know what to ask you because you're so freaking awesome. Like, characters are sexy as hell to you, but there's something about the bad boy, right, that everybody loves. So what is
Listen up.
He's right next to me.
He's talking to me. We're breathing the same air. What is your favorite? What is the most sexiest scene that you've had that you've enjoyed?
Just now.
That or gym teacher.
Oh, yeah. You know what's funny? We haven't had a lot of like sexy scenes lately with the boys. Yeah, boys have been running a little dry lately. It's what's that?
I don't know if you've seen the episode Baby.
Yeah, I remember that scene. You weren't even there. She was though. I don't know. That's.
Is it when you had your shirt off at Sam, or
What was that? I didn't hear.
when you had your shirt off at Sam?
Have you ever had a shirt off in the same scene?
I don't think so.
No, I'm just that was my dream. I'm sorry.
Right.
Have Sam and Dean ever had their shirt off in the same scene?
No. Let's do it!
Super Wiki, where are you? I don't think so.
It's interesting because those scenes that most people, I guess, would associate with being sexy, like whether it's a love scene or something like that, they are so not sexy when you're filming. Ask
you end up marrying her.
Well. Yeah, that's not acting, by the way. You and her were not acting for most of that.
You have fuzz.
I mean, ask Julie McNevin when, we were in the backseat of the Impala. It was like, my only Hey. I know, it's a thing. My number one priority is making sure that she's covered and comfortable, and that's that kind of negates any sexual undertones. So those scenes are always kind of a little uncomfortable. I just try to make sure that she's as comfortable as possible, and pretty much all I do. So yeah, not real sexy.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. I wanted to first thank you for being such genuinely kind people and bringing so much joy to my life. So thank you for that. So you've also been in horror movies in a couple, and I was wondering how you think your characters would fare in, like, Friday the 13th or My Bloody Valentine.
I mean, let's just to clarify, if you're 18 and under, cover your ears. If Sam fucking Winchester was in Friday the 13th, come on, see you later, Jason.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that the brothers would have wrapped that up and had time to get a burger at Biggerson's.
There would be no more horror movies, because Sam and Dean would just show up and kill the bad guy and like go to a motel room and get some sleep. So that's my vote.
That's
Yeah?
what I kept thinking too.
Yeah.
Like the whole time, I'm like, Sam would never do that. Why?
Amen.
If you put Dean in My Bloody Valentine, he'd walk into that mine, that tunnel, he'd see a guy coming at him with an axe and he'd go like this. Not to be all Indiana Jones about it, but that's what he would do.
Would he even devour?
What's that?
Devour?
He wouldn't go to Devour. Not interested. That kid can fend for himself.
Screwed himself over.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you so much.
Yeah, you got it. That's right.
Hi there.
Hi. So my question is, so you've had a lot of seasons so far. I mean, 11, that's a lot. I just want to know what your favorite season finale was, like the storyline of the season finale.
Swan Song was pretty great. I'm gonna go back to, for me, for Jared, I'm gonna go back to another thing I just talked about earlier. But for me, the end of season 8 was really powerful, both personally. But to make the decision with somebody you care about to keep fighting and not give up was pretty meaningful to me. So I'm gonna go with
Yeah, I mean, Swan Song is certainly, a pretty epic show. I also really liked the end of season 9 because I liked that. Yeah, it's a real album. I was legitimately like excited when I read that script. Like when it got to the end and the eyes popped open and it was black, it was like, oh yeah. It's like Roddy Piper.
oh, step into a Slim Jim.
Sorry. Anybody under 20 years old was like, ooh. I heard that. Yeah, so we've had a lot of good ones. It's hard to choose from, but I like that one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi, I'm Amanda, and I was wondering what kind of car, if you didn't have an Impala, what kind of car would you get?
Amanda, what's your favorite car?
She goes like this, she goes. How old are you?
7.
Yeah, she doesn't know cars, she doesn't care about them, she just wants to know what we think.
I'm learning.
A big wheel. See? Gotta know your audience.
They would need a big engine and a big trunk and 2 seats big enough for that guy and this guy to sleep in. So you tell us. But for the meantime, we'll just keep fixing up our Impala every time it gets beaten up. All right? Let's hear it for Amanda.
Yes. I think like season 15, we need to do. You guys see Mad Max, the recent one? The double-decker Impala. That was badass. Probably not gonna happen. Hey, bud.
Hey guys, congrats on another season.
Thank you.
All right, I have 2 questions for you guys. The first one is in the episode Baby, Sam saw his dad, obviously, but like the younger one. So who do you guys think it is? You guys think it's Lucifer, Gabriel, or making a vision pop up?
Well, we know.
Yes.
But we can't tell you. All right, I'll tell you. Spoiler alert. Basically, what...
Let's just say this. You're on the right track knowing that it's not dad. Not young dad, not old dad, not normal dad, not
any dad.
Not any dad. And we will find out very, very soon. In fact, once we get past Richard Spade's episode, we're going to find out. I personally would love to go season 12, so I can't give that spoiler away yet, because I'll get fired. It's soon enough, though.
Awesome. All right, my second question is, can we make the show like Days of Our Lives, where it runs for like 50 fucking years?
Yes. But it's up to y'all guys. If y'all keep fighting for it. And then our children are gonna have to play the roles of Sam and Dean.
That's gonna we're gonna have to open like a hunting training facility to teach the next generation. Pass on our knowledge and our skills. Be like the elders. Like gather around, children.
I hope so, brother. It's good to see you again, and soon you'll find out who Dad and the Dream and the Impala was.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. And hopefully we keep on going for a long time.
Awesome.
Hi.
Okay, in all of Supernatural, when you both have been demons or when there was yellow eyes or anything, did you guys use real contacts or did you have special effects?
It's changed. It used to be real contacts. It used to be if we had the black pupils for a demon, or the yellow pupils for a yellow-white demon, or red for Crossroads, we would put in real contacts and take them out, put them in, take them out, put them in. But with the advances of technology and of CGI, computer graphic imaging, we can now do things where I can't, but our visual effects department can just basically say, blink and open your eyes, and now blink again. You're like, okay. Like, well, what we're gonna do is when you blink, we're gonna put red in your eyes, so you're across with the demon, and then when you blink again, we'll get rid of it. And so I don't know the last time I've seen practical contact with
They were also starting to get a little dangerous because a lot of the contacts that they would use were opaque. And so you have like this demon who's like, all dressed gnarly and blood and all this stuff. And they're like, okay, bring the demon a sec. And it'd be like this. My mark?
Yeah.
Right. Where's, okay.
So you're lying.
Sam Winchester!
Which actually isn't as disconcerting as when they bring the demon to set and they're like, okay, action, and it's a fight scene and they can't see you. So they're just like, It got to the point where instead of having a team of people to walk on and be like, okay, now punch, but you don't really want to hit him, so they're like, I can't see anything. Like, I can't see if I'm going to hit him or not because I can't see him. So
It was a necessity to advance that technology to where we could just put it in post-production. So we did.
Thank you, visual effects.
Yeah. What's that?
When Jared turned into the
When I did back in the day, I did. Yeah, we used contacts for one of them. Yeah, we did for Black. No, it wasn't Bad Day Black Rock. It was Born Under a Bad Sun.
Born Under a Bad Sun.
Yeah, so Born Under a Bad Sun. I did, and I don't have contacts.
What?
I've never had contacts or LASIK or anything, so for me, it was really irritating, right? Because I'd never had that sensation. So then I had to put them in and go act after like not being able to see through the contacts. That's right. I guess I have those opaque contacts. Glad I don't have to do that anymore. Thank you very much.